I've had 9 piercings so far, and I know that one of the biggest things people tend to think about before getting one is how much is it gonna hurt. So I thought I'd rank all of mine in order of which hurt the least and which hurt the most. To start with my lowest ranking one, I'm actually going to group 2 piercings, or technically 4. I'm going to group some piercings together because I've had my lobes done. I've not got anything in them at the moment, but I've had my lobes done twice either side, so I'm going to rank them all as kind of one piercing, because that's essentially what they are. And for them, I had them done with the gun, which I wouldn't fully recommend that, and the internet wouldn't either. But I did have them all done the same with the gun, so it was very, very quick, didn't really hurt, healing time and the healing process, very, very simple, very, very quick. So they're right at the bottom. Now, for the next one up, I'd say my nose. I don't know if you can actually see that on camera. Which I also had done with the gun. Yet again, wouldn't recommend it. I was told when I went down that it was the best option, when in reality it really wasn't. I have actually got a video about my nose piercing experience with the gun and why I probably would say go more for the needle. But yeah, I'd rank that as my second least painful. It would have gone at the bottom because, like the lobes, it was very, very quick. Didn't really hurt because it was the gun. It just kind of done. Sorted, walk out the door. Just turn around now. Finished. But the healing process for that was incredibly bad. One of the most annoying of all my piercings, just because it didn't take all that long to heal, but whilst it was healing, because I had it done with the gun, and because when you have it done with the gun it has a spike on the end, it was giving me nosebleeds, and I couldn't touch my nose or do anything around my nose because it'd mean it'd spike the inside of my nose, and it was a very annoying healing time and quite a painful one. It was more painful to heal it than it was to actually get it done. Now, for the next one, I'd probably say my tongue piercing, which it hurt a bit more than I was expecting it to, because people said to me that it didn't hurt at all. And whilst I would say it didn't hurt as much as my others, it definitely did hurt quite a bit. And in terms of healing process for that one, I have a video all about that from day to day to about a week afterwards, I think. And now it's fully, completely healed up, it's fine. I don't notice it's there, it doesn't bug me. Like most of my others, it's once it's healed, I don't notice it's there, and I don't really think about it day to day, to be honest. For the next one up on my list, is actually the first piercing I ever got when I was 16, and that would be my belly button. And that, I wouldn't actually say it was the actual piercing part that hurt me for that one, which is weird. I didn't actually really feel the needle actually going in, which is weird to me, but I didn't. I kind of looked down halfway through when she'd walked away from the table, or kind of the bed, and I kind of looked down and thought, I've got a needle sticking in my stomach, and I didn't actually notice it. But the part that hurt me was actually when she came back and she put the jewellery through, and for some reason it was actually her pushing the jewellery into the hole following the needle that actually really hurt me. So I'm going to class that as the actual piercing process being the second most painful. Technically, I do class this next one as 2 separate piercings, because I can wear 2 pieces of jewellery in it, and I have done in the past. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to class it as one, and that would be my industrial, which I have done several videos on in the past if you're interested in learning more about my industrial and the whole healing process and everything behind that. But I'd definitely say of all my piercings, that was the most painful to get. Each individual hole was equally as painful to get, and I think it makes it worse because there are 2. So they push one through, you think, oh, that was quite painful, and then obviously they've got to push the other one through, and then you've then got to push the jewellery through, which it still wasn't unbearably bad, it still wasn't unbearably painful, but compared to my other ones, it was probably by far the most painful to get done. And it had the most annoying healing process by far. And partly I say that because if I annoy my nose piercing, if I annoy my tongue piercing, it can get a little bit tender for a little while, but it doesn't tend to. I don't really tend to get any pain from any of my piercings anymore other than my industrial. But with my industrial, if I knock it or if I lie on it one night, because I tend to swap sides while I'm sleeping, so it's irritated a lot of the time. I have periods where it's fully healed and I can't feel any pain from it and it's perfectly fine, and then I also have times where for like a solid week, 2 weeks, I'm getting crusties from it and it's hurting and it's being really, really annoying, and it can get really quite tender and irritated quite often, and I've had it done a long time now. And there's nothing wrong with it, it's not infected, it's not like it healed incorrectly, it's perfectly fine, it's just things can irritate it easily. If you're wearing headphones, or like I said, I mentioned in a different video, lying on it, anything like that, it can irritate it quite easily. It goes back to being normal fairly soon enough if you look after it right, but it's quite annoying. I like to believe that I've got quite a high pain threshold, so, and none of this would put me off getting any of these piercings again if I ever had to get them re-pierced, or it's not unbearable. None of them were unbearable, or like I couldn't go for it again. And it's very quick anyway, whether you got it done with needle or if you got it done with the gun. The piercing process, if done right, tends to be very quick anyway. It's not something that would put me off ever getting a piercing. But yes, that was just my personal experience on the pain that I've felt with mine and my ranking. If you have a different experience, or you feel that my list was completely in the wrong order for you and your own experiences or what you've heard from other people, feel free to comment that down below. I'm actually quite curious to see how other people dealt with the same piercings, because with a lot of the piercings that I've gotten, I've watched videos, it's a bad idea, but I've watched videos before getting mine done, and with some of the piercings that I've got that were the least painful, I've seen people crying or making a lot of noise when getting it done, or squirming, when I myself didn't really feel anything. And then I've seen videos of people getting piercings done that I thought were quite painful, and they said it didn't hurt them at all and they didn't feel anything. So obviously it's different for everybody, so I'd be quite curious to kind of hear other people's experiences. And thank you for watching!